Hello. Today now spare time, we want to talk about something. It's mainly, Nigerian news as usual, every single day uploading. So mainly what I want to talk about today is they're talking about cash payment in Nigeria falling. But let's read it. Yeah. So cash payment in Nigeria to fall by 4% by 2027. Firstly, I'll say that that's not really a big deal because I've been living in the UK now for close to 2 years, and I'll say one thing. If there's one thing I've noticed by living here is that the last time I used cash to pay was about a month ago, and I use transaction every single day. So if I'm being honest with you, cash payment here is just by 10%. So, but let's even read. Let's continue to read anyway. Cash payment in Nigeria will fall by 4.1% by 2027, with share in POS transaction falling to 42% from 55% as it's 2023. So POS will definitely fall from 53 to 55% 42%. This projection were contained in the Global Payments Report published by WorldPay, a payment technology and solution company. So mainly I've heard of WorldPay before because I live in Nigeria, and I've also used it here in the UK when I was paying some stuff. So they said that the cash payment will fall. Like I said, it's not really that much of a big deal because if you live in the Western world, they don't really use cash like that. Like the last time I used cash was like a month ago. But if there's one thing I want to say is that okay, you can say that well, you cannot really compare the Western world to Nigeria, but Nigeria is a place where you have a lot of computer scientists. All this using your Apple Pay and stuff like that, it should not really be a big deal. Let's be honest. The POS stuff, it should not be a big deal for business to use. And it's just so easy. You don't need to be walking around with a lot of cash. You just your power button, double tap it, your Apple Pay will come up and you pay. Or even if you want to use bank transfer. Since I've been here to the UK, being honest with you, the only time I went to the bank was when I went to open the bank. And I think I went to do something there. Except from that, every single thing is done online. Everything is done in the bank app. Everything. Payment, bank statement, everything. But in Nigeria, you have to go to the bank, you even queue. It just doesn't make any sense. I think all those things need to be. All these banks, you make a lot of money. You can't tell me you can't make this accessible for people on the app that no one will even need to even come to the bank. Because since I've been here, I don't really think people go to the bank. I doubt it if people really go to the bank. You just do everything with your phone. So this stuff falling by 4%, I don't really know how many percent cash payment is now, but the last time I was in Nigeria 2 years ago, we use cash for everything. Except for maybe you want to buy something in Jumia, then you use your card or it's just few transfers. I think one of the big reasons might be security reasons, scammers and things like that, but that's just another thing. I always say one thing. If a country has bad government, just privatize everything, but making it a way that there's no monopoly so it can be cheaper. Privatizing with the police system, everything. I'm telling you, if they privatize everything, construction for roads, maybe they might do it that okay, you make corporations to do all the roads, but you pay them in installments. Citizens will take it like in form of like taxes, but to the construction guys, it's better. You can say every citizen will be paying 0.1% for the roads for the next 10 years out of their paycheck. That would be good. Privatize electricity, privatize every single thing, just throw it away, give it to because the government is not useful. Because you might say that you don't want to do cash payments. And the main reason why I don't want to do cash payments is because if I do cash payment, there might be security concern because there's no really good security and there's no really good police to catch guys that are going to even use your card maybe when you're not the one using it. So that's why you say, okay, I am scared of cash payment. But anyhow, let's continue to read anyway. Among other things, the report title, how consumer choice is changing economics. Show that Nigeria is the highest dominant of cash in e-commerce payment method among Middle East African countries in 2023. According to the report, Nigeria had 15% shares cash on delivery and 32% account to account share. The top in e-commerce payment method among Middle East African countries in 2023. So Nigeria is one of the highest in cash payments, or is the highest in cash payments. As I said, I'm not surprised because I told you the only time I use this is just being Jumia, or maybe if I want to transfer money to somebody, we still go to ATM and we queue an ATM. It's so rare. The only time I use ATM here is maybe mainly if I want to withdraw cash because my barber doesn't like transfer. Well, probably because of taxes, but I won't say anything about that. And another thing, if I want to go to, there's a Chinese restaurant that I go to, and they don't take bank transfer. Like, you can use bank transfer, but they made it so inconvenient that cash is just the best. Those are the only two times you see me. If I'm going to like St. Bury, I'll just, use the Apple Pay. But basically that's it. So I'm not really surprised if Nigeria is like that. And I think that this is something we have a lot of computer scientists. Come on, we have a lot of computer scientists. These things should not be hard. I don't really know why Nigerians or third world country just find it difficult to do these things. I don't get it. But let's say the report said cash remain the undisputed customer choice in Nigeria. Because yeah, exactly, mainly because of all the issues I mentioned. Cash account for 55% of 55% of 2023 POS transaction value in the higher share report. So, they've put it here, which makes a lot of sense. Cash is 55%, even though to me that really doesn't make any sense. I think it's more than 55%. It's way more than 55%, maybe even 80% or 85%. And I'm being honest with you. Because if you're going to any shop, you're using cash. Nobody has like just POS against Apple Pay and just tap that, people using the UK. And I don't know about other Western countries, but I'm pretty sure that in a lot of Western countries, they also use that in other shops. But, it's cash. But let's see. Cash importance translate to e-commerce, where cash on delivery represent 50% of e-com spends. Second only to report in Vietnam. Okay, so cash on delivery, when you want to deliver something, when someone is delivering something to you, Nigeria use cash for 15%. Vietnam is the highest, 70%. So if let's say that Amazon, even though in Nigeria we don't use Amazon, we use Jumia, but it's just the same thing like Amazon. If you order something on Jumia, there's a high chance that maybe okay, I won't use Jumia because I know Jumia is online transfer, but just any online delivery, Nigeria 15% of the time they use cash, which doesn't make any sense again. But basically that's it anyway. I feel like all these are things that could be solved, and I don't really see the reason why people are still using cash. And I feel 4% doesn't make any sense. 4% doesn't make any sense. By 2027, by 2024, by 2027, so you're telling me right now that if you open a market for online transfer, you're gonna make a big amount of money. Because to be honest with you, the number of people that use cash is still massive, and 2027 with just 4% dropping is nothing. But basically that's it. That's a business advice for anybody. It just shows you that online payments in shops is still a big market to get into in Nigeria. That's just the case. So if you want to do that, good luck. That would be a smart way, because I think those things can be easier for Nigerians to do. I don't think those things should be hard. I've seen the technology; it's not complex. You're not building a fighter jet, But basically, that's it anyway. I'll be bringing news every time like this. Please like and subscribe.